we'll start off this week's Grow weather forecast with a check of the Drought Monitor, looking very similar once again for Nebraska compared to last week at this time. 91% of the state is not included in a drought category, but there is some moderate drought in this lighter brown shading. The yellow, abnormally dry, that's out in the Panhandle, and then northern Nebraska. We are looking at abnormally dry conditions and just a little bit of moderate drought sneaking into portions of northern Nebraska as well. Now in Kansas, the drought conditions have gotten a little bit worse, and we're still looking at abnormally dry conditions in portions of northern Kansas. But for the state as a whole, this week, 66% of the state is not included in a drought category. That compares to last week, roughly around 82% of the state was not included in a drought category. And you can see that abnormally dry area right there in northern Kansas. That's that yellow, and you can see a little bit just off to the south on our area on our map right there, abnormally dry conditions there as well in Kansas. But let's talk about what we can expect for the next several months. Starting off with our 1 month outlook for temperatures, you can see a large part of the south stretching up into the west. We are looking at the potential for above normal temperatures for 1 month out. Anything not shaded, looking at equal chances for 1 month out, and then anything in this blue, the potential for some below normal temperatures for 1 month out. Now heading into 3 months out, looking fairly similar, although we're looking at a larger area, looking at the potential for below normal temperatures for 3 months out. Once again, anything not shaded, looking at equal chances, but you can see that potential for some below normal temperatures sneaks a little bit into portions of northeast Nebraska and north central Nebraska. But for most of Nebraska, a good part of Kansas looking at equal chances, although southwest Kansas looking at the potential for above normal temperatures for 3 months out. And really that stretches across parts of Texas, looking at that potential up the east coast as well, including Florida. So we are looking at that for large parts of the U.S., the potential for above normal temperatures. Now in terms of precipitation, looking at above normal precipitation, a possibility. This includes parts of the Panhandle, northern Nebraska, anywhere not shaded, once again looking at equal chances, and could see some below normal precipitation in this lighter brown shading. Southwest Kansas looking at that, Oklahoma, Texas stretching a little farther to the east as well. We're looking at that potential for below normal precipitation for 1 month out. A little farther out to 3 months. Once again, anything not shaded, equal chances. So looking at that potential for a good part of Nebraska, all of Kansas, but the Panhandle could see some above normal precipitation for 3 months out. And you can see that is a fairly large area compared to 1 month out. Stretches off to the east and even off to the west of Nebraska as well, but still looking at the potential for below normal precipitation, even in parts of the south, continuing for 3 months out. But we can take a look at our almanac for this week. Our normal high this time of year around 44 degrees. Normal low 23 degrees. Looking at temperatures averaging out above normal for the next week around 55 degrees, and our week ahead average low 32 degrees. And here's a look at our proverb for this week. If the wind backs against the sun, trust it not, for back it will run. That's a check of your Grow weather forecast. More of Grow is coming up after this.
When farming is taken away because of a disability, it can be devastating for farmers and ranchers, but there's hope. That story when we come back.